Welcome back, guys. Baby Got Stacks.
Remember how I said I was gonna reread this book?
Mm-hmm. Did it not happen?
Did not.
Okay.
Didn't
Well,
even try.
I will say that I skimmed quite a few pages.
Mm-hmm.
This book had a lot of detail
Yeah.
that I just didn't need.
It was random. It was random.
Yes. So this book is Behind Closed Doors by B.A. Paris. This is my first book of B.A. Paris that I've ever read.
It was my first book of hers that I read.
And I feel like this was the debut. This was B.A. Paris's first book.
Oh, that I don't know.
Well, on the very front of it, it says a hair-raising debut.
Well, I guess it's a debut.
Which is from Mary Kubica, who we have read. Yes. In the front of it, it says the perfect marriage or the perfect life. Or lie.
Oh.
I
Way to mess it up,
yeah,
Ashlee.
I butchered that one. I'm sorry.
It looks like her most recent one is called The Prisoner that came out last November.
Oh, okay.
But I've since read 3 other books from them.
Okay. Which ones have you read?
I've read The Breakdown, Bring Me Back, and The Therapist. Okay. That's a lie. I did not read The Therapist. So I've only read 2.
I've seen The Therapist. I've seen that in Target.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one was a 2021. You know, I don't think I've seen The Prisoner in Target, but I've seen The Therapist.
I haven't seen The Prisoner. I've seen Bring Me Back. That one's a big one. Mm-hmm. And I've seen The Therapist. I don't know about The Breakdown. But
I rated those both 3 stars, and I have no recollection of what either of those are about.
B.A. Paris is coming out with another book February 20th, 2024 called The Guest.
Oh?
That also has a mysterious knob on the cover like Behind Closed Doors does.
Oh, yes, it is an opening door. Mm-hmm. Very prominent knob.
Oh. Yeah,
they're all like a domestic thriller.
Oh, okay. I was wondering about what the other. I feel like I must own Bring Me Back somewhere in my book collection because it says it's marked as want to read, like the check mark. So I must own it somewhere. This is the problem of not owning my own home quite yet because I have books everywhere.
Yeah.
And in multiple rooms. So I have to, when Mel and I do these, when we figure out what we're reading per month, because we'll usually do these ahead of schedule. Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, we do have to figure out November and December as well, since it's almost October.
It is almost October.
I'm just going to throw that out there.
Oh, God.
I'll put down like a book name and then I'll put where I think it is. Mm-hmm. So I'll do like bedroom 1, 2, my bedroom, loft, closet books.
Closet books. At least you don't have trunk books.
Closet books are my most recent books because pretty much all my closet books are from when we went to Portland.
Okay.
So it's yeah. And then loft books are my older books because that's what I had when I lived with you, and Browsers was going out from 2 stores to 1.
Right.
And then my books in my room are pretty much my prized possession books. Mm-hmm. So like all my Lucy Score books, my Amy Berry books.
Oh.
And the not Disney retelling ones, but the Hooked, because they just look nice on the shelf.
Yes. I was gonna say the nice collection one.
Yeah. And then I've got my Tessa Bailey and my Tana French and like all those ones in bedroom number 1. Beautiful. And then bedroom number 2 has just
Mm-hmm.
more of my like hardcover ones.
Yeah.
From like Book of the Month.
Mm-hmm.
And other random
Yeah.
like just one-hit wonder books kind of thing where I don't have
All there. Yeah.
because if I'm gonna need to have all of them together if I'm
Mm-hmm.
buying multiple books from that author, or else it just drives me nuts.
Yeah. I'm thinking now. I'll probably keep Behind Closed Doors, but I'll probably get rid of the other ones
Okay.
that I have read.
Okay. See, but I'm proud of us for making those decisions.
We actually let go.
We do let go. And because, in reality, when are we ever going to pick up, especially last week's book, which I have not posted because I'm going to wait until I'm going to post this one, then I'm going to post that one because that one I need time to let that simmer.
I can't look at her again right now. It's too soon.
Yeah. Yeah, there's one part in this book about the painting with the lips, with the lipstick, and it made me think of that book, and I was just like, no.
No.
Swear to God, if they bring a lollipop into this scenario, I'm gonna lose it.
Let me look up when I read this book originally.
Okay.
Because this was kind of at the beginning of us finding our passion for books again.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Oh, trending this week in mystery, Purrs and Peril, Norwegian Forest Cafe. And it looks like a stock image of a cafe with a photoshopped cat.
Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. I did see that. The Thursday Murder Club, Thursday Murder.
Oh yeah, the fourth one came out.
Yeah, the fourth one.
It's purple.
I know.
You can get it because it's in hardcover, but I have the first 2 in paperback, so I think the third, if it's not just coming out with paperback, it will soon.
Well, then it really bugs me because my second book is sprayed edges, so it has the foxes on it. So I always have the fox, like I always have that.
Oh, you'll need to buy a special edition of this one then, so you can go in and out.
Oh, I don't know how. Oh God, I might have to order that and then send it to your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a panic because my parents, who I'm staying with, they are going to be more than likely redoing their entire like house floor wise, and everything needs to come out of the house.
Yeah.
I looked at my mom and said, "That's a lot of books." She goes, "Yeah, I'm aware." I'm like, "Okay." She has a
decent collection.
She has a decent collection, and she also has pretty much a small library in her closet as well. So she can't talk very much. Yes, I did see The Last Level to Die did come out. I wonder if I.
Yeah, I read Behind Closed Door back in February of 2022.
Oh.
It's been a hot minute.
Okay. What did you rate it?
I'd given it a 4.
I gave it a 4 because I think the way it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that I hated Jack with an absolute passion.
Oh yeah, you really
Yes.
get feelings.
Yes. So, side note, it does come with the side edges.
Oh, Waterstones. That's in England.
Why no? I was just trying. I wouldn't
find
order
it
from them. I wouldn't order it from them. I just needed to know if it
existed.
Yeah. I wonder if I can get them for all of them and just redo my
you
collection.
Probably can't order for Waterstones. Okay. Shipping might not be fun, but.
Well, I'm sure I could find it somewhere else. I went down a different rabbit hole. Okay. I'm back.
And she's
back. And I'm back. I guess I could read the back of the book.
The back of the book.
Yeah, before we get too into it. Everyone knows a couple like Jack and Grace. He has looks and wealth. She has charm and elegance. He's a dedicated attorney who has never lost a case. She is a flawless homemaker, a masterful gardener and cook, and dotes on her disabled younger sister. Though they are still newlyweds, they seem to have it all. You might not want to like them, but you do. You're hopelessly charmed by the ease and comfort of their home, by the graciousness of the dinner parties they throw. You'd like to get to know Grace better. But it's difficult because you realize Jack and Grace are inseparable. Some might call this true love. Others might wonder why Grace never answers the phone, or why she can never meet for coffee even though she doesn't work. How can she cook such elaborate meals but remain so slim? Or why she never seems to take anything with her when she leaves the house, not even a pen. Or why there are such high security metal shutters on all the downstairs windows. Some might wonder what's really going on once the dinner party is over and the front door has closed. Yes. Now I was reading this and I was like, okay, like I know something's gonna go down.
Mm-hmm.
I did not expect it to go down like that hard,
Yeah.
which is why I gave it a 4. Because even though I skimmed pages, it's still like the way the author had me hating Jack so much.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is good writing.
Yeah. It's kind of your classic domestic thriller,
Mm-hmm.
but the twist is on steroids.
Yeah, so basically we find out about Jack and Grace. So this book jumps between the past and the present,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely well written of if it's going to be the past or the present. It's
Yeah,
documented
you
really
know
well.
exactly where you are.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's Grace, who has a younger sister named Millie. Grace and Millie's parents don't want to be parents, and Millie has Down syndrome, and so Grace pretty much takes Millie under her wing because her
Mm-hmm.
mom didn't even want to have the baby,
Yeah.
but she convinced her mom that she was far too long anyways to get rid of the baby. So they want to move to New Zealand, which I feel like is very random, but
You know,
okay.
it's been coming up, I feel like, more recently.
It was very random, so I was like, okay. And well, so Millie lives in I don't know, it's like a boarding school
I
kind
was gonna say
of.
boarding school for, I guess, people with mental
Special
disabilities or physical
children.
disabilities. Yeah.
I Yeah, they don't really talk about like other kids
Kids,
or
yeah.
anything like that. Um, and so while they're in a park, one day they meet Jack. Well, she thinks this guy is like amazing, this most loving man, and she's always was scared, and it always tripped up her relationships with Millie because once Millie turns 18, she has to come live with Grace because obviously then the boarding school
Yeah, she'll
would
age
be
out of the school. Yeah.
exactly, yeah. And so Jack he loves Millie just as much as Grace does. She goes, "Oh my God, I found a guy that will like take us both and it's not going to ruin the relationship." They get married super quickly.
Really quickly.
And he's not controlling, but so he wants to buy her a house for the like honeymoon gift or like
Yeah.
wedding gift. And he kind of like makes her make decisions that are in his benefit.
Right.
And then they go to Thailand. Well, once they it's when they get to Thailand is when shit hits the fan.
I'm pretty sure. Like, yeah. Like there was
So
something once they got, like immediately when they got there.
no, it was before because so at the wedding, Millie breaks her leg, and come to find out it was Jack that had pushed
Oh,
her,
that's right.
and she wanted to go and see Millie before
Really at the
they
house.
went to
Yeah.
Thailand, and he was just like, it's either her or me, and she's like, what is happening? Like he just
Yeah.
flipped a switch.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah, and so they go to Thailand, and he keeps her locked up, and he's very good at making her seem like she's mentally ill, and
Mm-hmm.
that she, like, if she is in distress, it's because she didn't take her medication or things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And the hotel that they go to, he goes to all the time, and I feel like he probably paid off like a lot of people
Yeah.
for them to not ask questions.
Yeah.
He thrives off of fear. He absolutely loves it. He tells a story about when he was a little boy, his dad used to beat their mom, and he loved the fear that would be of his mom like screaming, which I'm like, oh
Yeah, he liked the look
my,
on their faces.
I'm like, oh my God. And then one day his mom escaped while the dad was gone, and so he beat the mom up until she died, and then convinced the police that it was the dad that had beat the mom to death.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, okay.
went there.
So pretty much the whole book is of Grace figuring out how to kill Jack because she knows that time's ticking with
Mhm.
Millie having to move in.
And he holds that over her head.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Anytime she does something wrong, they're not going to go and see Millie that weekend. If she continues to try to escape or do something that he doesn't like, he takes away the privilege of Millie. He took away like her clothes, any like clothing other than black PJs. Um, he
Yeah,
just
she's in a specific room,
the
doesn't
dog
really have access to
broke my
anything.
heart.
I forgot about the dog.
Molly broke my heart. So they get to Thailand. So he had just bought her a brand new dog named Molly. I don't remember what type of dog. I don't want to know. Anyways, so
Yeah,
they get there and he looks at her and he's just like, there's no housekeeper like at the house. And it didn't register to her until they got back from Thailand 2 weeks later that he just left the dog there to die of dehydration. He left enough water to last a while, but not enough to last the
but
entire
like,
2 weeks.
yeah, eventually.
And so he was like, "You want to go see Molly? Oh, here, you probably need this." And like gave her a trash bag. I was like, "Oh
Yeah.
my God. Brutal."
Mm-hmm.
I I was trying to I was like, "Please don't be descriptive of this. Please don't be descriptive. Like, I don't want to know what kind of dog this
Oh,
was."
God.
And so Millie finds out, well, Millie tells Grace that Jack is the one that pushed her
Yeah.
down. And so they kind of have a secret that Millie knows that Grace is in trouble and can't
Mm-hmm.
say like Jack is a bad man and can't talk about it. So they make a
Yeah.
thing of George Clooney. She
Yeah.
hates George Clooney. And Jack doesn't suspect anything about it.
Yeah.
And so it goes on for a while of her like the friends kind of seeing something weird, like with Grace losing weight and not
Always
dodging
canceling
questions, but
plans and doesn't have a phone and yeah.
yeah, there's just like some weird things, and Jack is always trying to punish Grace for anything. So
Yeah.
towards the end, one of his colleagues' wives brought a book that she wanted
Mm-hmm.
Grace to read, and he had like slightly highlighted, are you needing help? Are you in danger?"
Yeah.
And at first she thought it was Esther, and then
Right.
she realized that Jack had done it to try to like trip her
Trip
up.
her up.
Yeah. So I was like, dang. And then he
Yeah.
punished her for figuring it out. I was like, what?
Yeah. There's no winning.
No. Oh my gosh. Thank God Millie came through at the very end.
I know. I like how involved she was in the story
hmm
and made her like very pivotal.
Yeah, so at the end, Millie has been hoarding sleeping pills, because she's been telling the like headmaster or whatever that she
Yeah.
can't sleep, and so they've been giving her sleeping pills. Well, she got like 20 of them and gave them to Grace and was just like, kill him.
Use
Just
them.
just
Yeah.
just kill him. And so she finally convinced Jack to start giving her whiskey at night. And then Jack, I think, just really wanted someone to talk to towards the end as well.
Yeah.
Because he's a lawyer and he takes battered wives cases, which I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
smart move.
But
Smart
he
move.
never loses, so
No, he never loses. And then he makes her paint their like faces because he made a room for when Millie comes in. She loves yellow, but he made
mm-hmm.
the room bright red from floor to ceiling, and he used the paintings that he made Grace paint of the battered women's faces and put them like all over the wall. And so at the end, she manages to drug Jack and get him down into that room and get him locked in there because there's not a handle from the inside. And then she goes to Thailand like planned and pretends to be this sad wife because her husband lost his very first case and he wanted to stay behind and make it look like a suicide.
Yeah.
And Diane, who is one of the husband's friends' wife,
Right.
at the very end picks her up from the airport, and she was, oh, where is it? She goes, well, don't you remember? Jack waved to you goodbye and blew a kiss, and she was like, no, and he goes, yes, he did, and she was like, I don't understand. Like, did Millie tell you something? She goes, only that she didn't like George Clooney. And she goes, what color was Millie's room, Grace? And she said red.
Red,
Millie's room
yeah.
was red. And she goes, that's what I thought, because the room that they found him in was red. And so
Red.
she put two and two together, like,
Yeah.
oh my God, that would have been Millie's room. And I was like, oh my goodness gracious.
No, I appreciated the twist. I didn't expect it to go so hard. I was expecting a Gone
Yeah.
Girl or like Woman from the Train,
Yeah.
Woman in the Window, Woman in insert location.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail, especially like in Thailand and stuff.
Yeah.
Like the room, and I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, we get it. He's a bad guy.
There was some
There's a
unnecessary
lot.
information that if you took it out, the same effect would have gotten across. It
Well,
would
like I
have been a little
said,
shorter. But I appreciated trying to do something different than just the typical domestic thriller.
Yeah, it definitely was really good. Like, Jack's character he was very on top of it, that for any questions, he was, I mean, really good about kind of buffering.
Yeah.
Especially
there was really no little plot holes that you can be like, well, she did this, or because Jack did that, she would have had time, or you can
which is
really find a
probably
way out.
why he was a fantastic lawyer, honestly.
Yeah.
So I will.
It's crazy that this is her debut, because then I read that her next two books
We're not
not
good.
as impressed.
Trying to see.
Have the Therapist.
Yeah, so it went Behind Closed Doors,
Mm-hmm.
then The Breakdown, then Bring Me Back, then The Understudy.
I haven't heard of that one.
Then The Dilemma, then The Therapist, then The Prisoner, and then.
I guess will be her next one.
No, wait. No, and then one came out this year called The Mosquito, July 25th, 2023. And then there's The Guest next year.
See that one. Weird.
Mosquito.
Like, I'll still see Behind Closed Doors in.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, it just says The Mosquito is part of Obsession, a collection of compulsively readable short stories about people pushed to their extremes.
Okay, so it's an anthology.
It's a Kindle edition, 32 pages.
That's why.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, you want to get to your rowdy 1-star?
Rowdy 1-star reviews. So this is at a 3.98 on Goodreads, 534,147 ratings. Let's see. Mainly, I think it's mainly 4.
Maybe 4 stars.
Almost. My phone is like.
What am I looking at here?
There we go.
Oh, it's almost tied with 5.
It's almost tied with 5. I know. I was trying so hard. My phone was just like bright as heck. Let's see. Someone's like, unfortunately, I found this one just absurd. I couldn't connect with the characters.
And I don't know if they're meant to be relatable.
I would hope
They're very
not.
extreme versions of their stereotype.
The book started off good, but then the husband started to get unrealistic. Someone's like, I need a cleanse. Yeah, a lot of people just didn't get it. They thought it was predictable, not at all believable. Someone said that it took her a half day to read it purely because she wanted to get it over with.
That's one way to get through a book.
unbelievably melodramatic. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought it was going to be like Gone Girl, which I absolutely love that book and movie. But I don't even get the description that it's a psychological thriller.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a straight up story. Guy meets girl, guy keeps girl as prisoner while pretending marriage is perfect. Girl plots guy's demise. There's no plot twist. I mean, I think the plot twist is how crazy
Yeah.
he can get,
Yeah.
and Millie being a lot more
Oh.
aware of what's going on than
Mm-hmm.
what the husband originally thinks.
Yeah, because she wouldn't have been able to get out of that situation by herself.
No.
She needed an outside help, which is hard to do because he keeps her so locked up. She can't tell anybody.
Yeah, she can't even send emails out without him being right there.
Yeah, and he'll drop her off to coffee dates and wait. And
Well,
stare at them.
he'll come with her.
Oh, that's right. He'll
He like
actually be
sits
there.
with, yeah, he'll like come with her. Yeah.
Weird.
It's very strange. So yeah, well,
Yeah,
we gave it a whirl. I thought it was decent. Like I said, the plot twist, Millie was really good.
I was
And
entertained,
I gave
and
it
I
a
actually
4 stars.
remember it, unlike the other plots of the book.
Unlike the other ones, yeah.
And
No, I thought it was good. I mean, I'll keep it on my shelf. I thought it was good. I don't know. I feel like now that I know what I know, I might have to wait a while to like try to read this again because I feel
yeah,
like I'm gonna remember a lot of it, which
I
would
remember
be
high
a bit
points, but I
annoying.
don't remember little details.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No.
So yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
If you like
Well, this.
like a psychological thriller, it's a
Yeah,
good
if you
one.
just want to be entertained, a quick read, like if you're at the
Yeah.
airport and you see it.
Yeah, it's only like two 293.
A two two
A
two.
222, yeah, 293.
Well, that wraps up this month. That's all of September. Next
So,
week,
so we got folks.
already a spooky season.
Very excited for spooky season.
Our
Next
first book
week,
is a little different. Yeah.
yeah, we're getting more into, I don't know.
It's because we've done nonfiction, but the nonfiction we've done is true crime. And so this is more historical.
Yeah,
Um,
we're gonna bring some knowledge your way about witchcraft.
yes, we have The Devil in the Shape of a Woman, Witchcraft in Colonial New England by Carol F. Carlson. Pretty excited. This came out a while ago. Like
It was it was published
87.
in, oh, well, our book, I think maybe with that cover or the additional in the end, because there was an additional
Mm-hmm.
epilogue or something, that was in 98. So I
Yeah,
think it was
this was 98, originally 1987. The
okay.
writing hasn't thrown me off or anything. It doesn't feel old. I was also
No.
planning if I get called into jury duty, if I'm selected, I'm bringing this book with me to casually read into the waiting room. And I'll be like, oh, you want me to serve?
That is amazing. Um, they have Carol also wrote The Salem Witchcraft Trials: A History in Documents that was published in 2005.
Ooh.
Yes. So,
And I don't know if I guess maybe we have, but I did want to. It's the second weekend in October where we have a little something different going on. If you saw our schedule on our Instagram, Baby Got Stacks podcast, you would notice there are two books up on there for October 8th. One is Charming Your Dad. The other is When the Reckoning Comes. So we're going to be each reading a book because there's so many spooky season books we want to read.
yeah. Yeah, we thought we'd give it like a little. Mine is more of like romance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very intrigued by. It's kind of more of like an indie brand writer. Like I bought the book from Amazon because I can't find it like anywhere
Yeah.
else. And yours is horror.
Mine is just straight horror. I'm excited.
I'm excited for it. But yeah, next week we're gonna be. I started reading it last night and then I realized I'm gonna need tabs to keep tab of this book. So tabs are gonna be coming out because there's just a lot of information because it's real information. I mean they're getting their information from historical documents and doing research, and I mean these events actually happened, which is crazy to think about. But so we'll educate everyone on. We didn't want to necessarily like just touch base on the Salem witch trials because I feel like everyone kind of knows it, whether you retain the information or not. They kind of know, like the Bishop family, and I mean everyone is aware of what happened, mainly out of school, because I feel like school definitely touches base on that. Like I remember reading, I don't remember what book it is, but there's a book on what occurred.
Right.
And like a movie or something that we had to watch in school.
I don't remember what the context was, but I definitely knew it. I was taught it.
So we were trying to find something on the Salem witch trials, but maybe not
a little more
universally
broader.
known.
Yeah, this one came up, so I'm excited to get through it. I could do for nonfiction.
And it's not too big. The
it's
book, half of it is the notes of where the author got the information in general anyways.
Yeah, it's all like the abstracts.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Stuff.
I'm excited for some spooky season.
Spooky season. Check out our Instagram, Baby Got Stacks Podcast. See what else we're reading in October for the spooky season. We're pretty excited.
Yes.
I will be posting November's towards the end of October, which I guess we have to make now, which is wild for the end of the year.
I know.
Oh God. You can check out our bio for a link to everywhere else we are, like our Goodreads. You can see what else we're reading, which lately hasn't been a whole lot other than
what we're reading
podcasts.
Reads.
But we try our damnedest.
You try. I don't.
Oh, I'm trying my damnedest.
I don't. My brain cannot comprehend multiple. Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you. This month has been one of my lower months.
Meh.
It's, you
win some, you lose some. Meh.
You win. Reading is reading. So
exactly.
I think that's everything. Yeah. Thanks for listening. Like and follow wherever you're listening to this right now.
Get ready for that spooky season.
Spooky season. Witches. Alrighty. Well, I guess we'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.